I have a big event coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm giving away some swag. We're doing printed sweatshirts for the event. I was going to have these screen printed, and I had just had absolute sticker shock when I got a quote from the vendor that was going to screen print them. So I decided I could probably just do it myself. I ordered a bunch of blank hoodies, and I'm printing onto the front, the sleeve, and the back. So I bought this heat press machine, which will take any type of direct transfer, not vinyl, but direct transfer for heat press. You can use it on pretty much any kind of material. I've printed t-shirts, hoodies. I even did a velvet pillow that we're using in the event. So it's a great tool. Let me show you a few things here. One of the things I like the most about it is it's super easy to set up. It has a nice long cord, just a standard 3-prong. I'm actually putting mine into a extension cord just for access to the wall, but it is a nice long cord. And then there's really just one simple plug-in. You just pop this cord right in and turn it on, and it's ready to go. So I'm not going to turn it on just yet while I show you some of the features of the machine, because it does get hot pretty fast. We'll look at that in just a few minutes. Just a few features. This is a small machine. Again, I was doing about 200 hoodies and t-shirts, so it is plenty big for printing on apparel, I would say. It has this great swivel arm. It's a 360-degree swivel, which is makes access for setting up your apparel really easy. This part here, it does not lift up, but this is the heat panel here. So all of this, with the exception of the handles, can get quite hot while you're printing, just FYI. The handles do not, this part does not, it's all protected, but you'd want to steer clear of touching anything on the heat pad itself. This is where the materials lay down. Nice couple of protective mats. Those will stay in place while you're doing your press. And then this is just the base. So again, great swivel. This arm, very easy to use. So when you're pressing, you simply press down, let it press, and then you bring this back up. Again, very easy access to your garments. One other item, so this wheel here will adjust your pressure. Some items require more pressure when you do the press than others. Wherever you buy your direct transfers from, they will indicate a recommended pressure. So this is just super easy. Clockwise turns it down, counterclockwise brings it up. I played around with it a little bit just to see what, kind of was the best pressure. I did adjust it when I was doing a sweatshirt versus a t-shirt. So you just kind of play around with it, but it's very, very easy to use, the machine overall. So now I'm going to turn it on. We just have a 1-flip power switch. If you ever, just one trick, if you ever notice while you're working that your power goes off, sometimes see this cord can sometimes get a little bit loose, particularly when you're doing this swivel motion. So I just make sure every 10 to 15 presses that it's in place. No big deal if it goes out, you just plug it right back in. So this is where we know what heat and what amount of time we're going to press for. This is all adjustable. I currently have mine set at 325 for a press time of 25 seconds. If I wanted to adjust that though, I just push the set button, and then you can adjust your temperature here. So let's say I wanted to press at 315, I would just set that. And then it moves to the time of the press. So let's say whomever you buy from says you need to press for 15 seconds, you just press again, set. And then you can change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I'm going to leave it at Fahrenheit since that's what I understand. And then that program will be stored, and every time you do a press, your temperature will stay constant, and your press time will alert you after your 15 seconds. It does not automatically release, so you do have to stand by the machine and do the press. I wouldn't advise leaving anyway while you're doing the press, but an alarm will sound so that you know and you can release the pressure. You can see the temperature does climb pretty quickly. We just reset this to 315. It'll only take a couple of minutes to get up to temperature, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so let's do a press. You can see I've already done the front and the sleeve. We're gonna work on the back, but I wanted to show you, I mean, this is a size large hoodie. This is a big garment, and we're still going to use this small machine. So I've done a few of these. As I said, I was working on a couple hundred, so I kind of have it down to a science at this point. But again, I wanted to show that you can use pretty large garments even on the smaller heat press machine. We're just going to lay on to the pad the portion that we want our direct transfer to go onto. So I'm just folding up the fabric I do not want. Many garments, when you buy them blank, they come folded, so there's a natural line down the center of the garment. I use that line to find the center for my press. We find center, lay your press. It's important to put something between your press and the heat pad. I'm simply using a piece of parchment paper. Bring this around, drop the arm, set my timer. We're off to the races. So that took about 20 seconds. Just release the arm, remove the paper. This design is pretty intricate, so I do let it cool before I remove the plastic. It's very simple, just peel off your backing and all done. So I just wanted to show you that you can very easily do items on the heat press machine besides garments. So this is just a black velvet pillow. And you'll notice that the transfer is actually larger than the heat press area. So when I've already done this one, but when I did it, I just basically did it in quarters. Yeah. So real simple to press your transfers in multiple presses if you need to. Also, I did hats. So typically, or you can buy a form for these types of machines that will allow you to press a hat. I did not choose to do that. I just put a towel in here to protect my hand, and then just rotated the press 180 degrees out and then applied the transfer that way. So really easy to do other items besides t-shirts and hoodies.